Hello, welcome to Front Seat Conversations. I hope this video finds all you guys in good health and doing well. Today's video, obviously it's late, it's happy Wednesday night, but it's almost Thursday morning and I have to work in a couple hours, so I'm gonna make this short and sweet. So today's video is about living your life intentional and not emotional. So what's all of that and what does it entail? Well, what I know about a lot of people these days in society is everybody runs on emotions. And why wouldn't you? Social media has everybody in their feelings. Just check your news feed on, say, Facebook or even on Instagram. One minute you can see somebody that you love, that you cared about, that you're empathetic about, lose a life, or somebody near and dear to you that lost somebody that was near and dear to them. So one minute you could be crying and sad for this person, the next minute you can run across a funny meme and then you're laughing again, or vice versa. So it's a mental game out there. It's a mental war out there. That's why a lot of people have mental health issues, because their feelings are up and down like a roller coaster. So here's what I'll tell you of how, or at least what I believe to be the best cure to living a life intentional instead of an emotional. But let me just say this first before I get into it. I have 2 points. What you have to remember is emotions don't get you nowhere. Emotions don't get you nowhere. You have to live your life intentional, purposeful. You have to know where you're going. You have to know why you're here. If you don't know why you're here, you're just floating, and you're basically going to get to my first point right here. So the way you should live your life, or how you should go about living your life, is you should be proactive, not reactive. How do I be proactive as opposed to reactive, most would say? Well, it's simple. You do the things that bring you the most reward and get the most out of your personality or your character. You be proactive. You do your passions, you do your joys, you do things that's going to propel you and move the needle. Being reactive is being emotional. Arguing with your lady over some dumb shit is being emotional. If you were intentional, you could almost avoid having an argument with your wife or your significant other, because she would respect your movements, she would respect your purpose and your hustle, and she'd stay out of your way. And more likely, if you were living intentional and you were chasing your purpose and your dreams and all that, you wouldn't have time to react to your woman. You understand? So what I'm saying is, with my first point, and I'll say it again, be proactive, not reactive. Number two, I don't know what you guys' religion is, but I've said on countless videos, I'm a Christian. So I know my God. I don't know about everybody else's God, but our God in Christianity is not a God of chaos or confusion. Our God is an author of organization, order. God has systems in place. And because God has systems in place, or he put a system in place, a natural order of how the cycle of life works, you have to think that as men, that's why we have systems in society. Just like they say, time is man-made. It is. And time is made really to control how your day is flowing. But it is a structure behind God's structure, behind his system. You have night and you have daytime. So you have a 24-hour cycle, 12 hours in each cycle. That's order. But nobody has more time than others. Everybody has 24 hours in a day. So you mean to tell me that Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Jay-Z, Drake, anybody you can think of that's of some level of success, they're operating on the same 24 hours that you are, and you can't get nothing done? You can't respect time? You should be ashamed of yourself. See, if you're operating on emotions, more than likely time is getting the best of you. And I'm not saying this like I'm in complete control of my life. I'm not. I've already told you in earlier videos how my time operates and how I get down. So I'm just telling you this because I'm learning this in real time. My boy 19 Keys, shout outs to him. He talks about temporal blindness, and it has everything to do with how you view time. And just like I said, time is man-made, but realistically it was set up so you could follow a cycle that in a genetic system of you and your mind, you, and especially with us indigenous people, we might not follow that same program because we weren't designed that way. I mean, again, I don't have all the answers to that. This is just something that I've heard from him. So don't hold me accountable if I might saying some things wrong. And that's why I don't go into too deep, because I'm learning this in real time myself. But it makes sense. You know how black people run on CP time? That's why we don't function on the same level as a, say, Caucasian male and female. They operate on a different system. And it's probably the system that they literally created. So, how would you be able to get the best of something that you honestly was set up to fail at because you didn't create it? They created it. However, people have learned to manipulate it. So I said those 2 points to end it like this. And again, shout out to 19 Keys, because I've been listening to a lot of his coffee conversations, and this is leading me to think like this. We have to be intentional in everything that we're doing. If you think about it, and this is something that 19 Keys also said, if you think about how God and Malcolm X and not God, I mean more so like he was, referring to Jesus, but he referred to Jesus, and he was talking about like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all of these great activists, people that was basically running around preaching the gospel or preaching some level of some civil message to the culture of people. They weren't just like, oh, I think I'm gonna write a speech, or I think I'm gonna do this, or I think I'm gonna do that. They was moving. As soon as they got the idea, they was capitalizing on it. Not that it had anything to do with money, but they was on it. They was operating not on emotion, but they were operating intentional. So are you intentional, or are you emotional? We have to do better as people. Stop being in your feelings. Stop worrying about the next man. Stop pocket checking other people. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Because then you get in your emotions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, sub me, and just let me know what you guys think about this topic, because I think it's a serious one. And like I said, shout out to 19 Keys. He inspired this. I hope you guys also like my question of the day. If you haven't checked out that video from earlier, I suggest you get on it. It's about, what would you be doing in a perfect world? What would you be doing in a perfect world? Would you be doing the same shit you're doing right now, or would you really be trying to do something? Tomorrow's question is going to be even deeper than that. So check it out tomorrow. But that's it. I got to get some sleep. I'm out and about. But I'll see you guys tomorrow for the question of the day. And I will make sure you guys get this video before the night's over. Talk to you guys later. Peace.